I'm creating a black smoky eye using the By Terry Ombré Blackstar. This is the shade number 1 Black Pearl. So the benefits of this product is the intense pigment payoff. It doesn't crease once it sets, and then you can see that I just blend out my edges with a brush. No need to go all over the area that you've applied the stick. You just have to blend out your edges only. And you can double and triple layer this product and it's not going to ruin the overall effect, just to get more of an intense look. Okay guys, so you can see that's got a really nice metallic finish to it. Almost gives you the illusion of a wet lid effect. It's just enough shimmer to not make my eyelids look like 100 years old. I usually tend to steer away from shimmer products on mature ladies, or anyone really that's got crepey lids, because anyone can have crepey lids at any age. Mine aren't super crepey, but they just aren't as tight as they were. I'm transitioning this eye now using the shade A5 out of the Crown Brush Australia Neutral Matte Shadow Palette. We're just making sure that these deep set eyes aren't enhanced by leaving the brow bone stark and really light and bright and empty of shadow. So if you have deep set eyes like me, which is the brow bone is quite prominent, if you really look, this brow bone drops down there, whereas this one's a little bit more lifted. I've had fresh Botox, so the lifting is happening. I always like to take a little bit of this shadow up onto that brow bone, and I'm always trying to bring back basically an almond shape in the eye. So I'm disregarding the shape on my lids, which on this eye in particular, you can see it goes up and it goes down on a straight line. This one's a little bit more like almond in the socket line naturally where my fold is. This one is not. I'm lining my eyes with the McGrath PermaGel black liner. It's a super soft liner, super pigmented, but it doesn't smudge, and the longevity is much better than most eyeliners that I've used. And I'm just smudging that into the waterline on the bottom and onto the top lash bed, and now buffing that out with a brush. Now I'm applying the same liner underneath the waterline and just buffing that in with a really dense brush. Now I'm closing up all of those little gaps of skin in between the liner on the waterline and the shadow underneath, and this is just going to really intensify and finish off the eye. Time to transition under the eye now using the exact same shadow that I used as number 2, that was A5 out of the Crown palette, and I'm just softening that black edge right down to create more of a softer look, but it's also opening the eye as well. I'm going to now lengthen my eye using a wing liner, and I'm using, of course, my very own liquid liner. This is my Mia Connor Cosmetics vegan and cruelty-free matte black liquid liner. So as you can see, it's got a super fine tip. It's actually a brush, it's not a felt, which I find so much better and easier to use because you get those really clean lines. It's also not too wet, so it's not going to bleed. You can see that I can put it in these inner corners here and it's not going to budge. It's completely waterproof. I'm using a new mascara today. This is the Benefit They're Real Magnet Lash, which I do love. It is really lengthening and thickening, and I'm super fussy with my mascaras. It does transfer a little bit towards the end of the day. I do still use a tubular on the bottom lashes. I'm using my favorite Hourglass highlighting stick. I've just applied this over the top of my base, which I haven't powdered at all. So if you're using creams, you can't be powdering because it's going to go cakey. And what I do is I apply a layer of it and I only buff away at the edges. I don't buff all through the highlight because it's going to kind of look a lot less seamless. Now guys, if you love this tutorial and you would like to see more online education from me, head on over to my website, subscribe to my newsletter, and you'll be the first to get all the information about my brand new online makeup academy launching this year.